Director's Reflections for January 23rd of 2022. Stress-free closing time. A few years ago, the closing time of our newspapers was the litmus test for editors, printing, and circulation staff. There was a fatal deadline that, if not met, could reduce the sale of the newspaper on the street or upset the customers because the custom was to read it very early. An ideal closure would be at 12 midnight, but it was hardly achieved because before the internet and social networks, newspapers, having a monopoly on information, were obliged to give the latest news. Even with all the digital media broadcasting news at all hours, the front pages of the paper newspaper are the ones that are shown and serve as a reference for analysis and commentary on the morning television programs. Traces of all habits. Now, thanks to the technology, printers can leave their closing hours without stress, for example at 8 o'clock or at the latest 9 o'clock at night, because they have gradually stopped giving breaking news and they do not need to wait for the end of the day to show update content. That role is played by digital ones as excellent complements in the new models of news coverage and dissemination, and in fact, that advantage has been very favorable to paper newspapers, because newspapers already understand that they must focus on content that is more appropriate and desired by readers, and this content can be planned and edited very early without the need to mount a news surveillance guard at all night. Because newspapers survive under subscriber base, advertisers, and other marketing modalities, they don't have to worry too much about extending their print hours into the small hours. With the new closing times, issues now reach subscribers earlier, and we, the publishers, are offloading a huge high-pressure burden known only to those of us who have dealt with this logistics all our lives. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.